Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday Call Live. Now, let's hear it for our special guest host, Michael Hartlieb.
Alliance family, how you doing today? It's Wednesday. Memorial Day weekend's coming up, baby. Get ready. Come on. We got a big day planned ahead of us today. Why is it a big day? Because I got 3 studs on the phone right now and studette. How's that? And it's important that you know what's going on here because they're going to drop. Like I said on that recording, people leave clues. These guys are going to leave you some clues on how they got better. And we have Austin, who's been with us for 6 months. Michelle, how long you been with us now?
It's my 3rd year, Mike.
Mm-hmm. And Brian, how about you?
6 years.
6 years. So we have small, medium, and large. How's that? And they're all taking off. Okay. Now, Austin, you've been with us 6 months, and I don't want to play. I just want to jump right into this. You attended. When was your first conference you attended?
My first conference was NatCon. Man.
Okay. Yeah. What'd you get out of that?
Oh, NatCon. First thing from NatCon, I'd say is most likely the activity. The activity was huge for me. Being starting off, you don't really know exactly what activity looks like. And Brian and Michelle, obviously being in the office every day with them, they showed me what that looks like. And then NatCon just brought it to light. It was huge for me.
Okay. You were in Denver too, right?
Oh, yeah. I couldn't have missed that.
So let me ask you this question. Why'd you go to conference?
Well, besides being, told from many, many different people that's how you elevate in this business. I just wanted to get around the fire myself, see what it was for what it was. You know what I mean? And it's definitely showed just in my business in the last month. You know what I mean?
So has your production gone up going to these conferences, you think?
All right. First things first, NatCon, the week back from NatCon, booked twice as many appointments as I usually would have in 3 hours.
No.
3 hours started off like that. So view from the edge, shoot, man. This past 2 weeks, I've written more applications in the past 2 weeks than I have in the past 3 months. You know what I mean?
Back the truck up.
Back the truck up. That's right.
So you thinking going to the view from the edge was worth the investment on your end?
It's beyond worth the investment. If I didn't make my money back the first day being back from view from the edge, it's quadrupled since then.
And how long you been with us again?
This will be starting my 6th month here in a couple days.
What would you tell the people right now that are on the fence?
On the fence about going to the event?
Going to family reunion.
Right. Okay. If you're on the fence, talk to somebody, get their perspective on it, because it is something you don't want to miss. If you're not sure, if you're just starting in the business, those are what tie you down. They give you a little bit of boost every time you attend one. It's essential. Yeah, it really is.
Very good. You know what I like about seeing you go to these events, and Michelle and Brian? It shows you want it. Okay?
Right.
And, I hear a lot of this. Talky. I want to do this and I want to do that. But I don't see the Andy Albright said, you got to trust only movement. Well, go into the event's movement. Okay? Why wouldn't you go to the event? The people that have gone to the event have either gotten better and making more money. That's it. And I got to hit the pause button real quick because Before you see the results on the outside, you're going to have to grow on the inside. And that's what these events do. They make you change on the inside. How do I know that? Because I'm not the same guy I used to be before joining here. All of us are trying to recruit a bigger team. And you see these people going from one company to the other, to the other, to the other. And here's what happens. The companies are the same. Here's what hasn't changed. The person. So what are you going to do differently? So Austin, if you had kids, let's pretend you had kids and your kids, and you were paying for them to go to college, okay? And your kids didn't go to class. Would you continue paying college for them?
I think they're out of gas. I think they're out of gas for that one.
So you don't think they're serious then, right?
Right, exactly.
So let me ask you this. If people aren't attending the conference, should I put in a lot more effort into those people helping them, or should I try to get them to go to conference?
I'm thinking you definitely have to try to get them to conference because, the people that we're, getting our knowledge from, their time's super valuable. So someone to spend that time with you, it means something. So it would only be right to put that effort right back into them, into your business, and just show that dedication.
Okay. What did you like best about Denver? Let me ask you that, about the view from the edge.
Well, there's so many things. To kind of narrow it down, just the environment. We were able to get a place together as a team, and we were able to spend a little bit time with each other after, going to the theater and stuff. But really what I took from it, probably the biggest things, urgency. I mean, have fun with it and give yourself some time, because like Marcus said in his farmer skit, the difference between an apple seed and an apple is just time. It's just time. That's all it is. Which it was huge. It was huge, man.
Very, very good. See, I'm a firm believer of this, and I told Michelle this earlier today. I said, not attending these meetings is a temporary setback, and we're allowing temporary setbacks to control our permanent, our future, and it's creating a permanent failure. And because we're going to continue to do things the way we've always done things, and that does not work. Michelle, look, I'm pointing to something. I didn't say it, Michelle. Michelle, what was your first conference?
My first conference was NatCon of 2020.
Why'd you go?
Right? 2020, yeah. I think I just wanted to see what the hype was about at the time. I had a little bit of FOMO. I hadn't sold not one thing. And I think you were really persuasive. It got me kind of intrigued. I wanted to know what was on the other side of what everybody was talking about.
Okay. Was it anything like you thought?
No. And I think it was in the best way possible. I think I thought at the time I would see a lot of people, like the typical insurance person, a little bit older, maybe with their briefcase. Maybe I don't know what Mike used to dress like back in the day, but I had like this vision of Mike, like bunch of them everywhere, and female mics, and that just wasn't it, man. Like, you just see people coming from all different walks of life, through better situations than you or worse situations than you, and just start making it happen. And their success, the stories, you're gonna, like, I related to people. I made some friends there. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And you make a lot of money. So it kind of blew my mind, honestly, the first conference I went to.
Interesting. Have you missed a conference since then?
No. I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't think
and
so
they've gotten better. It's crazy because I thought the first one was awesome, and the second one was awesome too. And then somehow they just progressively got more awesomer. I don't know the word, but it's just like, it's so cool to now see like our teams getting that same experience. But I say it like this, I don't have any kids, but you know, like the people who have more than one child, I think you were a better parent to your second child. I'm the baby, so I got the best version of my mom. And so people that are coming in the business right now, the Alliance is a better parent to you than they were to us. And I got a better parent than Brian did. And the good is just getting good. You know, the trips are getting better. The fun is just getting started. And so like Miami is going to be off the charts because we know that, because Denver was just on fire. So I'm really, really excited.
So do you have fun when you go to these events, or is it kind of like a boring thing?
No, this is like a award show. We got fireworks, and now we got costumes, and I mean, people are acting, and then it's like you laugh, you cry. I got so emotional in Denver. Like, I don't think my hair is like laid down like one time on my arm, and it could have been because it was freezing in there, but it also could have been because like, oh my God, the energy in the room, you just feel like you're going to make a big decision. Like, how can this not work? How can we just not be as successful? How can we not get filthy rich? Like being in the presence of all these people that are already walking in, and don't get me started.
You know, it's funny because people like you, leaders like you, and the three of you, they always see the big picture, but they need other leaders to help them make the big picture a reality.
I like that.
Okay. And that's why it's critical. That's why the association is critical. That's why we hang around Andy Riddle, Andy Albright, the other leaders, because they help you see what you're going after, and they help you get what you want. Let me ask you this, Michelle. Have you think you've made a lot more money attending these conferences?
100%. 100% more money. Tenfold each time.
You know, the crazy thing is, I heard this number, and I wasn't going to say it, but I'll say it now. I heard the people that attend these conferences make 3 times more in premium than the people who don't go.
Yeah, so that sounds about right.
I'm trying to figure out why the hell wouldn't you go knowing that? You know what I mean?
I think fear gets in people's way, or like, I think they're like fearful that it is what they think it is, or it isn't what they think it is. Do you know what I mean? And so they won't pay the money to find out. And it's just like, if you borrow any one of our beliefs, if you borrow, I'm sure somebody in your team, wherever they are, everybody's telling you to go. And it's like, just prove us wrong then. If you don't want to drink the Kool-Aid, just come tell us that it wasn't what it was, and then walk away. But chances are that won't happen. And that's why we want to bring you into an environment, because whatever you're doing is probably not working. You know, trying to reinvent the wheel elsewhere. It's like, just lean in and see what happens from there.
Wow. There's an endorsement from Michelle Colin. I like it. Yeah. I like it. Brian, how about you? What was your first conference?
Hey, Mike, what's up, man? Hey, Alliance family, what's going on? Brian Rojas. Thank you, Andy and Jen Albright, for having us on this call, and Mike for hosting this call with us, man. So my first conference, I could never forget it. So that was back in 2017. And I still remember like it was yesterday, man. So picture this. My mother had literally just passed away. I didn't want to go to conference. I remember you telling me about like, hey, Brian, you need to be here. And I'm like, I'm good, man. Like, I can't miss work and whatnot. And the only reason I went is because my grandmother passed away January 18th. And all I wanted to do was leave Florida. Like, I didn't care about anything else. And I remember at like 12:30 midnight, you had offered me one more time, Brian, you need to be here. I'm like, yo, I need to leave Florida. And this is the only way I can leave it right now. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was so broke. I was I was working at a call center, working 9 to 5, selling Medicare supplements for Aetna, man. And Crystalline had written me a love letter saying that she wanted to marry the one and only Brian Rojas. But she wanted us to pay for the wedding. I'm not cool. So I needed to make a decision fast because she wanted to get married in 6 months, right? And so imagine this. This is why I was working so hard, Mike. I was working my normal 9-to-5 job, right? And then I was working Uber and Lyft on the side. And then on top of that, on Sundays, I would work in a manufacturer warehouse just to rack up enough money to pay for the wedding in 6 months. And dude, I remember like when my grandmother died, nothing else mattered. I just needed to get my mind right. And this was the only way out. And I went there to get away from the noise. And what I found, bro, is what I've been looking for my whole life, which was hope. The ability to dream again. I didn't realize up until then, I was 27 years old, working my butt off in the rat race. And I didn't realize that for the past 10 to 13 years that I've been working in corporate America, corporate had taken my dreams away. And when I started hearing people like Paul Roberts, like Terry Edwards, you know, people upstage like Stephen Davis having fun, Andy Albright just cracking jokes, I'm like, what the hell is this? And how can I get more of it? I felt alive again, bro. So I went in there trying to get away from my problems, from my emotions. But what I found was just, I got a shot. And then I was filled with emotions, bro, because, you know, I didn't realize how much I had just packed in, first generation American, feeling like a victim of circumstances, like, woe is me. Why does this keep happening to me? And I just remember all the emotions being let out that Sunday morning. I remember like Andy Albright talking about attitude. I remember just like Terry Edwards, just talking about his how he was let go from a job, have 3 children, two children, one on the way. And I'm like, this guy had it worse than me, yet he had a better attitude than me, and he killed it. Like, I just remember all these things, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. These people are crazier than Pentecostals. And I just remember, I'm like, yo, what the hell did I get myself into? They told me this was insurance. This ain't no insurance, man. And I love it. And so, dude, that was my first experience. I just remember sitting there, and the person that was sitting there was not me. I remember this me with a ponytail, with a man bun. And I'm like, yo, who have I become? Who have I become? And who do I want to be? I remember that is when I asked that question, who do I want to become going forward? You know, and I just couldn't believe everything that I saw. These, you know, growing up in just middle, lower class America, you have this perception about what people that have money look like. And meeting people like Andy Albright, shaking his hand, meeting people like Andy Riddle, meeting people like Terry Edwards, Paul Roberts, Stephen Davies, all these people that have like Diane Lampy. It's just everywhere you look, you had proof. And what's crazy about it, when you start shaking hands and networking with these people, you come to find out that there are people with a lot of money that want to do good in this world. Because my whole life I've been told, you know, rich people are snobs, rich people are this, rich people are that. And what I found out is that, you know, there are those that are willing to answer the call. There are those that are willing to do God's work. There are those that are willing to put their life on the line so that they can change one more life. And dude, that attracted me. That attracted me, bro. And I just remember wanting to be part of that. That was my first conference.
Cool. I got some goosebumps.
Thanks, man. Crazy, man. It's just wild.
You know, it's crazy because
I have a shot, Mike.
I know, baby. That's all you ever wanted. That's all you ever wanted is a shot. And you froze up. Your mouth is open. You look like you're about to eat a Whopper or something. Okay, you're unfrozen. So that's awesome. I see. I remember my first conference. And back then you could buy tickets to sit up front. You paid more for the tickets in front. And it was a strain, but I ended up buying the ticket up front. And bro, I was laughing. I was crying. I said, amen. I felt like a Pentecostal, just like you said. And I haven't missed one since. Have you missed a conference, Brian? Since?
Yeah. I have to be, I say this with all the embarrassment in life, but I did miss one conference, and it was last year when that hurricane came and hit Florida.
Yeah.
And I wish I would not. I wish I would have tried harder. You know what I mean? I know that there were other people in Florida that found a way. And dude, lesson learned. But for the past 6 years, I never missed one, and it's been a blessing. It's like Michelle said, has it been easy? Of course not. But dude, I never looked at how much I was going to spend. I always looked at what I was going to gain from it. Like, I can tell you, my second conference, you actually set it up where I can sit with Andy Riddle, and my life started changing there. I mean, my life started changing from my first conference, but bro, I still remember the one conversation Andy Riddle and I had about profitability. You know, what can I do to be more successful? What can I do to be more profitable? Follow the 4 basics. I'm like, what the hell is the 4 basics? He started breaking it down for me, and I started becoming a student of those 4 basics, bro. So my next conference, I went to somebody that can teach me how to do 15. I mastered how to have 15 referrals. So my next conference, I went to somebody that can teach me how to get show you the green sheets. And really, I didn't have to go far, because you are the king of annuities. In my books, you are the best actor on how to get annuities. You see what I'm saying? You taught me how to act. I remember getting around Katrina Gustin. She taught me how to sell annuities over the phone, bro. I'm like, this is nuts. So I never looked as a cost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I knew it was gonna be hard, but my grandma taught me, like, yo, always, though it costs you everything, always seek wisdom. Always. See what I'm saying? Money is just a byproduct. Wisdom, my friend, wisdom. Remember King Solomon when he was 8 years old? See what I'm saying? He asked for wisdom. And so, like, my grandma taught me that. And so those values, I've always looked for how can I get around? How can I get a slight edge? Like, when I hear people talking about, look, I ain't got the money, I'm like, hell yeah. One more person I will pass on. You know what I'm saying? Like, one more person I got to beat. I laugh at it. When people say I can't take off of work, I'm like, that's right. One less competition. Dude, let me tell you something. If you said you wanted a shot. You got your life insurance license, your life and health insurance license. You said you wanted a shot like me. I'm taking this seriously, because my mama, no matter how hard she tries, she could not get her life insurance license. She could not make $1 million, bro. It's going to be really hard. I have a shot. But here's what I do know. I have to grow. I have got to grow, because I don't have information that I need. See what I'm saying? And so, like, bro, if I want to grow, I got to go to these events. I got to hang around people that are killing it already. See what I'm saying? I needed to learn how to, like Andy Albright. Remember when he first spoke opened his mouth in the first managers meeting? He says, let's start speaking abundance. That did everything for me. Oh my God. That alone. Attitude. Sorry, I'm just fired up, dude. I'm fired. I cannot contain myself right now.
I like it. Let me ask you this. Are you the same guy today as you were when you first started?
Oh, heck no, bro. No, definitely not. I think that it's funny, because I got emotional a couple minutes before this call, because, like, literally I had the 2017 version of Brian Rojas sitting next to me today. And I looked at him and I said, are you proud of me? And he started getting emotional. And dude, I just can't wait till I'm in my 50s and I can shake my own hand. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
I changed my. It's no longer about me, Mike, anymore. Like, I know I've done my part to change my family's name. And now the way I get to make a bigger impact, Sean Boone talked about this yesterday night in our team call. He said, what is your return on impact? It's helping Austin change his family's name. It's helping Jonathan Rojas. It's helping Luis Salgado change his family's name now. It's no longer about me anymore. And I'm starting to catch that more and more as I go to these events. And as I talk to you and Andy Riddle. And by the way, Mike, thank you. Thank you for always catching me when I quit this business my first year 3 times. And I remember you looking and seeking out for me on a Saturday night. And only you and I and the tomato know what Saturday night means to you guys. That meant soiree for you. That meant the only time in the week that you're able to eat ice cream and cake, because that was y'all's date night, and you sacrificed you and your partner's date nights to come see me at a Starbucks Saturday night at 7 p.m. after I have quit to get me back. And you could have enjoyed that night.
That was your wife.
You know what I'm saying?
Your wife believed in you way before you believed in you. You know what I mean?
But just imagine if you would not have busted that move, Mike. Just imagine where I would be. I'd probably be in a construction site right now. That's where I was that night.
Yeah.
You know, so I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man.
You're the man. You're the example that we're trying to. The reason I love these guys is because they're the example. Okay. You know, they're coming from different walks of life. Like Brian and Austin come from different places, and so does Michelle. But Brian, you brag a lot about Austin. Have you seen a change in Austin since he's joined us and going to these meetings?
Yeah. Let me just brag about him real quick. It's very easy to work with people that have a great attitude. And one of the things about Austin coming in, he probably didn't have the skills, but I'm never worried about skills because skills can be developed. His attitude, his ability to just trust the process, his ability to trust his team is what's most impressive about him. And that's who you win championships with. You know what I'm saying? Austin's just attitude and communication with a positive mental attitude is off the charts, man. You don't see Austin coming in the office with can you all see me?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see Austin coming in with a sad face. You always see Austin. Austin's like a light. And here's the other thing. Austin has caught on to what work really means with the Alliance. Okay. So those two things, man, we can teach skills all day. He can catch on skills all day, but now is where he's starting to see that bamboo tree grow in his life, and it's growing fast, dude. It is growing fast. I mean, he just told you last week in 2 days, he did more in 2 days than he did in 3 months of being with us. And for me to witness him do that, there's no better reward that Michelle and I can ask. You know, there's no better reward that you and I can ask, seeing his growth like that. And now just seeing him duplicate that into somebody else is the next big thing for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's just fun. And it's all over the office. Everybody's catching on. I could talk about Austin. I can talk about Lewis, his persistence, his relentlessness. You know what I'm saying? His ability to not quit. Jonathan Rojas. I mean, Stephanie Grady's.
You froze up on me again. Oh, drats. I knew there was something profound coming out. Anyhow, Michelle, do you think you're the same person today as you were when you first started?
Definitely not. I'm still a work in progress, you know, but I I'm not exactly where I want to be yet, but I'm not where I was. And I think that this business has everything to do with it. Cause it just, I mean, you think that you're coming in here just, you know, to make a couple extra bucks, or you think you're coming in here just to do that. And this business, it just seeps into your life in all these ways. You become a better friend, you become a better partner, you become a better leader, and like, you don't know all those ways that you use that in your daily life. And it's just so incredible. I'm so grateful that this opportunity fell in my lap.
Well, we're glad that you went to that conference, and it's because you're an example. You see, I don't think you understand your power. People want to copy you. They want to copy Brian. They want to copy Austin. They want to copy the people that have the results. They don't know what you went through to get what you got.
Right.
And that's why I'm really focused on you guys and how conferences have helped you, so you could help other people. You being the example. Well, maybe just one more.
That's it.
And that's all we're trying to do is get one more. Now, if Austin got one more, you got one more, and I got one more, well, there's three more. If everybody got one more, and that's all it is one more. But yeah, you're setting a great example, and we love your heart. Let me ask you this. Austin, did you communicate a lot with Brian prior to the conferences?
Oh man, that was probably the worst one. Like, I mean, in the office, of course. Other than that, you know, I'm not speaking too much to him outside of work. Maybe we'll go head down to Palm Beach County, check on some recruits, but nothing like after the events. Hearing that from so many people is like, lean into your upline as hard as you can. It's now I'm getting the hang of it and bothering Brian a lot more. Even Michelle sometimes, you know.
You ain't bothering him, bro. You know, and here's the crazy thing. It just occurred to me, you know, we call everybody an upline. You know what I'd like to call them? Your lifeline.
Lifeline. That sounds a lot better.
Because your lifeline is that's how the reason I got what I got is because my lifeline with Andy Riddle. It ain't because of my talent. Trust me, I am not that bright. Michelle knows that. She's smiling. She already knows that. But go ahead, Michelle, say it. I know you're dying to say something.
No. I like, whenever Austin, man, I'm just so proud of this kid, dude. It's just so cool to see him. And it's like, I always like to tell this story, and Austin knows it. It's like when we're just all kind of getting to know each other. And his first weekend out, you know, he's having a lot of success in these last 2 weeks, but he had some success right from jump too. And it's probably just because he's super personable and he's always smiling and people love him. But I remember we were in Dallas, I think, and we had went out for the first time, and he's like, he taps me on the shoulder and he's like, "Hey man, I think you helped me in the house, you know, and I just wanted to say thank you." And I was like, "You think?" Like, I knew we sold it, right? So I was like, "You think?" I'm like, "You got paid on it?" And he's like, "Well, yeah, I got paid on it." So I'm like, "I did help you. It's not even a think." And then he's like, he got just so nervous, and it was just so freaking cute, you know? And it's like, it's just crazy to see him just slinging we're in this big old group chat, and he's just slinging insurance now. It's no big deal. So, you know, $100 policy here and there. And, you know, to be on the call now, I'm just so proud of what the team is doing, and he's impacting people on a different scale now. So it's really, really cool. It's about
impacting other people. That's what it is. You set it on the head. That's why I like calling it a lifeline rather than an upline. I know it's a terminology. I get it. All right. But without that lifeline, you know, some of us would have drowned a while ago. You know what I mean? And, you know what, you see what I'm saying there? And I just love the fact that we have that ability to communicate with everybody. And because you're all willing to help other people. Like, we got people coming in tomorrow from down south. They want to hear other people dial. Okay. I said, okay. They're asking permission. I don't know why you need my permission. It's not like I'm a I'm nobody. I'm just a guy that's trying to scratch out a living here. So, Michelle, you have your tickets already. You got your hotel reservation?
Yep. For Miami?
Yep.
We locked and loaded, baby.
Okay. How about you, Austin? You got your tickets?
Locked in.
Okay. And you got your transportation and everything set up?
Oh, yeah.
What would be something you would tell these guys right now? Because I want to wrap up this call. What would be something you would tell these guys to help them get to the next level? To go into the conferences.
To get to the next level, biggest thing for me was listen to your lifelines. Listen to your lifelines and lean in as heavy as you can. They're not going to steer you wrong. Just get out of your own way. That's the biggest thing. I was in my way a little bit, just, trying to beat the learning curve. But, the learning curve is shaped like that for a reason,
That's why they call it a learning curve.
Yeah, right. Just put in the activity and be consistent. Consistency is the biggest thing.
That was what your big takeaway was in Denver.
Right.
And go ahead.
Well, yeah, the biggest thing obviously was, the activity, the consistency, and, living for now. The past is not the present. That's for sure.
Wow. And the present's not the future.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Only you could change that.
Right.
And so 100%, you would say your success is primarily because of the conferences you've attended?
I would say 150% has to do with that, and being around the fire. That's part of being in the fire. So 100%.
That's a 6-month person right there. What'd you do prior to this, Austin?
Man, tons of different things. Retail, uniform store. I used to stock shelves at Toys R Us overnight. That was fun. Nothing with insurance. Nothing really with sales.
That's why you're so successful here, stocking toy shelves and retail and uniforms. Yeah, that has a good background for us, for this business. So we're proud of you, bro, because of what you're going through, because you're changing. But here's the good news about you changing. You're not doing it when you're doing it at a younger age, prior to having gray hair. Okay. And so the change is is simpler, not easier, simpler. And you're not so set in your ways. And because when you get, the more mature you get more set in your ways. And it's harder, it's a little bit more difficult, challenging to straighten that out when you're older. So, Michelle, what would you tell these people? I'm trying to get one more, Michelle. One more.
I mean, like I said, the conventions, they've always been amazing. And so now, the leadership is insane. You're going to network. You're going to make a lot of friends. I think that right now, if you're brand new, and that's hopefully who I'm talking to, because the people who are already in decided that they're in and they're going. So for the new people, if you're just getting started, like, this business is so much bigger than just your team. Like, it's so much bigger than just your city. And if you step out and you join us, you're going to be able to be a part of it. And I think that that's really cool. And I don't really see a way that it doesn't benefit you. Not to mention, you're going to sell more, obviously. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to make a friend before you need a friend, whether that be the carriers or that be somebody else. But then also, let's just talk about how the Alliance is basically begging us to go. Like, you're giving us bonus points for doing what we should have been doing in the first place. Like, people were already going to the conventions before they gave bonus points. And like I said, you're a better parent to you now than they were to us. We didn't get bonus points for showing up to what we should have showed up to. And then, and for it to be that easy for new people to hit this trip. So if you don't know, that's to New Zealand. All expense paid. For you and for somebody else, and they give you money when you're there. It's just so ridiculous. Like, if you're not going to the convention, you're not in the business. Like, that's just what it is. Like, if you're in the business, you're going to convention. It just at one hand has to shake the other. They can't separate. So I hope that every new person that's joining us now and is excited, I hope that we see them in Miami.
I just dropped the mic on that. If you're in the business and you're not going to the convention, you're not in the business.
Yeah.
Wow. That was pretty big right there, girl.
Wow. Point to your sign real quick, Mike. That'll be the way we end it. Right there. That's it.
Wow. Brian, how can you tell somebody, but hey, by the way, nice to have you back. I know that sunlight over there is killing you.
It's wild.
Here's what I like about these guys. Okay. You guys, people should be thankful that you're on the call because this is their run day. And if you notice, all three of these people have something in common. They're all very grateful. Okay? They're grateful. You understand what that means, being grateful? So it all starts with gratitude. And the whole business is about being grateful for the opportunity, about life, about everything you got. And too many people are thinking about what they don't got and not focusing on what they do got. And you can get better if you just focus on what you want. Oh my God. I went off on a tangent for a minute. I'm sorry. Brian, what would you tell these people? How can you get one more person there, brother? Other than bribing him with bonus points, other than to go to New Zealand. How much are the bonus points, by the way?
They're like 60,000 points unless
Shut the front door.
Because he's gotten crazy with these bonus points, bro. 60,000 points to 10-1 meeting. That's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like that's some crazy stuff right there.
That's like 60 applications on an average premium of $1,000.
Yeah, that's wild. So like, I think Michelle said it best. Like, yo, if you don't come to these conventions, are you really in a team? It's like saying. It's like being a pro athlete, a pro basketball player, right? And not going to the game on game day. Are you really on the team? I love that, Michelle. That was solid. Are you really on the team? If you don't show up for game day, if you don't go to the game, are you really on the team, bro? Are you really a player? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, dude, I don't know how else to put it. You want to grow this business, you got to grow yourself first. The more you grow, the more your business is going to grow. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to stay comfortable. And you know what happens in a comfort zone.
Oh, that's dangerous.
You know what I mean? You ain't going to make money. You're not going to meet Mutual of Omaha. You're not going to meet Kyle Gardner. You're not going to meet Aaron Thompson. You're not going to meet the people that can make things happen for you. You're not going to network. You're not going to meet President's Club or the elite team. Like, you need to know people. You got to get to know people before you ever need them. This is how networking is done. If nothing else, go there for networking. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to hear I hear a lot of people saying, I don't want to hear the hoorah, hoorah. I'm like, fool, you get into hoorah, hoorah for the low, 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 low. You know what I'm saying? Like, go meet Tony Robbins. To get to one of his events, you got to pay $6,000. It's $200 for us, fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it with all the pride and ego. Put that aside. Let me see you do the hoorah, hoorah upstage. You can't because you ain't got no results. Yep. Sorry.
Wow. See, here's the crazy thing. Michelle and Brian wouldn't have said this 2 or 3 years ago or 5 years ago. Okay? What Michelle said was life-changing. I don't think she knows how powerful that was. If you're in the business and you don't go, you're not really in the business.
That's facts, yo. I like that, Michelle.
That's facts. I mean, that was good, Michelle. You couldn't have put that any better. Did you come up with that all by yourself?
Straight off of here. That's crazy.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That's a scary thought now.
Look, I'm gonna be up in Miami with my wife eating a Cuban sandwich, enjoying that talk. You know what I'm saying? With my Cuban coffee, with my little sombrerito pulled to the side. I'm gonna be in there flossing. Welcome to Miami and everything.
I'm going to stay
Yeah.
close.
I hope to see y'all there.
And mention the lineup too. The lineup of speakers in Miami is
Oh my God.
all-star quality. I'm like, Mia Fennell, you better come get some, girl. I've been waiting to hear her talk. Terry Edwards, come on, Big Mike. Like, I love it because we get this side of Mike. You know, you guys get like a daily dose on this call. But if you really see how talented this man is and the art that he has and just the way he can express himself and explain, actually not even explain, simplify things, like just uncomplicate, I don't know. He has a way about him. And so I'm so excited to hear him talk. Jeff Schultz, I think this man is like insane. He's doing like $90,000 a month. I'm sick about it, but I can't wait to hear. Lewis, what's it? The Jackson State University. Like 175,000 his first year. Like, I just can't wait. The lineup is so crazy. And if you guys can just get there, like just quit the excuses and just get there, we're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to make a lot of money. It's just that.
That's how it's going to go, bro. It's just that simple. It's that simple. Austin, you know, the more you go, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the more you earn. Okay? Don't stop what you're doing, bro, because a lot of people, here's the crazy thing, brother. A lot of people stop what got them to get where they're at today. Can't stop doing what you got where you're at today. Okay? Just take that and just keep running with it. Keep talking to Rojas. Keep talking to Riddle. Stay close because that stuff, it's like COVID, man. It's going to rub off on you. You're going to catch the fever. You know what I mean? What? Everybody understands what the bid is.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment. All right. Well, you guys, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to your running appointments to talk to the rest of the team. Go kill it today. Have a great Memorial Day weekend and enjoy the weekend because of this weekend, you have what this other people don't have, and that's called freedom. And I don't know what else to say about that. So that's about all I have. You guys want to add anything?
No, we're solid, man.
Solid.
All right, guys.
Just thank
have a
you
great
guys
weekend.
for the opportunity.
All right, man. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Deuces.
All right.
Bye-bye.